Good morning, my name's Kip with Roll Guard Incorporated, and today we're going to show you how to install our Coyote roller on just a typical wood dog-ear fence. First off, you want to make sure you got the right brackets, so this is the right bracket for this type of application. What you want to do first is make sure you're using, on the left side of the fence, make sure you have the left bracket as opposed to the right bracket. Just take a permanent marker or a pencil and slide it all the way up to the far left side of your fence. Now, one thing you want to do is, just to make sure that the roller itself is going to clear the top of your fence, you want to make sure you've got a minimum of 1.25 inches between the center of that roll pin and the top of the fence. So drop it down a little bit. There we go. Right about 1.5 inches. So we'll run it a little bit higher. And then just go ahead, real simple, just mark the center of your holes and drill a hole right through the fence. Okay, so now that we went ahead and drilled the holes to the fence, you're going to go ahead and stick your washer on your bolt. And I'm running it on the outside so it looks better from the outside. Just like that. You're going to slide your bracket right over your bolts. And just thread on the nuts. Okay, now you can go ahead and put your roller on, and you can just use this as a gauge for where your next bracket is going to land. So when you put it on, you want to make sure that you're not tight all the way against the bracket. You want to leave about a 1/4 inch clearance, just so you have a slight amount of play. And what that's going to do is that's going to eliminate, like here in Rexburg we have pretty cold winters and ice, so just allowing a little bit of movement in there is going to, keep it from freezing up or getting iced over and not spinning. So I want to make sure that the height is good, and then mark this bracket also. And then simply drill it out again. Just repeat step one. Okay, so now you want to go ahead and take your roller, put it up on the left bracket. Take this bracket and just line up with the holes that you just drilled through your fence. Take your bolt, come from the back side, and just slide it right on through. Okay, so now that you have your first roller installed, before you move on to the next one, you want to just go ahead and give it a quick spin. Make sure it spins really free. If your roller does not spin that freely, you want to just check a couple things. You want to make sure that you haven't installed one of the brackets too close. So you want to make sure you got a little bit of wiggle room in there, like so. Minimum 1/8 of an inch and you'll be safe. And also you want to make sure that your brackets are vertical. So you want to make sure that they are not angled in or angled out, because what that can do is that can cause this roll pin to bind on the center of the end cap. So as long as you're squared away, things should spin perfectly. Alright, now that you've installed your first roller, go ahead and take your next one. Put it right on the bracket and continue on the process. Now, for example, in this situation right here, we're running into a little bit of a problem that you might face too on one of your fences. We got this post right in the way of where our bracket's going to go. Now, these are just extruded aluminum, really easy to cut. You just want to make sure that when you do cut them, you cut them straight. So I would recommend using a chop saw. So you can take your the bracket that you want to install, mark where it goes, and cut your roller accordingly. Now, on the end of our rollers, we have these end caps, and you can go ahead and pop that end cap out and just install it on your freshly cut end, and then you're good to go.